Salah, last night Liverpool were able to get a vital 1-0 win against Inter Milan at the San Siro. Now, despite the game, all the focus afterwards was, of course, on Salah's future and whether or not he's going to apologise for his comments. Jimmy, I'll start with you. Look, is Salah in the wrong? And did Liverpool do the right thing in dropping him? What are your thoughts on it?
One of my thoughts, I think, look, we all love Mo Salah, what he has done and what he has done for Liverpool. He's been an absolutely magnificent player until now for Liverpool. Do I think that he shouldn't have done what he has done? Yes, I think it's wrong to come out like that. I think it's disrespectful to his team, to his fellow other players, you know, of the team. I think it was calculated. I think it was not needed. I understand that he's frustrated and that he wants to play football and that he thinks that he deserves a longer period because he has so much in the tank. He's done so much for Liverpool. I understand that. I agree with that. But to come out like that, I think that is wrong, especially after a match, after the Leeds match, after also that he hasn't played well at all this year. He's not looked the same. He's not looked as how he was previous. We all know what happened in the summer, and that might have affected him. He might not think so. You know, it might be, but he's not been the same. And that's a fact. And for him to come out with those kind of comments and saying, I think it's unfair to the team and not right. He should have let somebody else come out and say those kind of things.
Should he have kept it in-house, is what you're saying?
I think what he should have done is, look, I understand that he's angry. I understand that he's frustrated. He wants to play. He wants to do well for Liverpool. But go in and knock the door down of the manager. Get angry with the manager. Have a row with the manager. You know, one-to-one. If that's really what you're feeling, and if you don't have the relationship anymore that you had last year, go to the manager and make it 1v1 to the manager.
The thing is, I mean, he may have done that. If he had done that and had spoken privately with Slot and then not received the desired result, at what point do you think he can come out publicly and speak about how he's feeling?
I don't think that you need to go publicly. It's not needed. It's not for the public, especially not just after a match, you know. There's no need for that. What are you trying to achieve with that? You know, what is he trying to achieve with that point at that time? Yes, we are all at times, especially footballers, emotional and you're not winning, you're not getting the result, and on top of that, you're not playing while you're always used to of playing. But you're also playing at Liverpool Football Club. And Liverpool Football Club is one of the biggest clubs in the world. You have to perform. That shirt is very heavy. You have to perform week in, week out. You have to do the business. He hasn't done it this year. So it is Slot's decision to put him on the bench or not, you know, or to give him more credit or not. Let's all ask one question. Do you think that Slot wants to win? He wants to win, you know? So he thinks that Mo Salah has to sit on the bench for a little period of time and then maybe come back later. Of course he's not going to like that. That's what Slot wants. But you don't come out with those kind of comments, my personal opinion.
OK, I'm going to bring in our chief correspondent, Kaveh Solhekol. Kaveh, look, Slot said after the game, does the player know he's made a mistake? Should the initiative come from me or him? Is a Salah apology the only way back?
Look, I think what's going to happen is, behind closed doors, obviously Salah is going to have a conversation with Slot. Now, what I know for a fact is, if Salah believes that he has no future left at Liverpool, then all he needs to do is tell his agent and his agent will pick up the phone, speak to officials in Saudi Arabia, and there's a long list of clubs in Saudi Arabia who are ready and willing to sign him on loan or in a permanent move in January. But that will only happen if that call is made, if that information is relayed to clubs in Saudi Arabia. And I'm not sure we've got to the situation where Salah feels that he has no future at Liverpool. And I'm not sure we've got to the situation where Salah feels in himself that he's not good enough to be playing at the highest level of the game in Europe.
The thing is, if that's what he really feels, after 3 matches on the bench, come on, that's very harsh, isn't it? Let's not forget, last year, he was allowed to not have to defend because other players were defending for him so that he could reserve his energy and only concentrate really on attacking. This year, it doesn't work. It's not working this year because they have got words, they have got other players that needs a little bit more attention as well. So if he's going to think after 3 matches on the bench, oh, I need to go, how much the £100 million player feels that has been sitting on the bench is not working as well, or Isaac, or...
But don't you think it's the case that the top players in the world, Lionel Messi doesn't defend, Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't defend,
Yeah.
Kylian Mbappe doesn't defend, and if Mo Salah went to Saudi Arabia, he wouldn't have to defend at all?
Okay, yes, and Lionel Messi doesn't have to defend, but he wins the World Cup. Yeah, because he's got other players.
But Mo Salah's
doing
won
it.
the Champions League. He's won the Premier League.
He's won the Champions League. How many years ago? Last year he won the league. This year he's not doing it. Messi does it game in, game out, game in, game out, and the top players do. And I'm not saying that Mo Salah is not a top player. He's a top player, but he hasn't done it this year. He has not done it. And for me, I look at body language. His body language has not been the same. You know, in that team. I don't know what is happening. His body language is not being the same.
Do you think he still has it in him to compete at the highest level?
Yeah, I do. I do think you don't lose it in like months. It goes gradually. I don't think that he's been himself for whatever reason. Yes, Liverpool has gone a different way how they are playing. And how they want to play. They have got a different manager. He wants to have more control with the ball. He wants to play a little bit more through the third. Liverpool used to be different. You know, they were more like rock and roll and more like when they lose the ball, really chasing and win the ball really high and then go from there. They're not that kind of team. And even Mo needs to adjust to that. So they're not playing well. Mo is part of that. Yes, Mo is the biggest name there. And Slot has chosen to attack the biggest name.
You obviously know a lot about Dutch managers. What do you think Slot will do now? Will he bring him back into the squad for the game at the weekend?
I don't think that Slot will bring him back until he has had a serious conversation with him and Mo giving a serious apology.
Public or private?
I think private will be enough. If that happens, I think there is a way back for Mo. I don't think that Slot is going to want to lose Mo because there's goals there. And he knows that he can win games with Mo. But on the other hand, Slot, proper Dutch, they're going to want him to work into the rules of the team ethics. And it's not going to be any different for Mo.
What have you made of how Slot has handled the situation thus far?
I think he's been relaxed. I think he's done it really in a calm way, not showing too much emotion. Yes, he needed to have a reaction and show everybody I'm in control. Yeah, he's staying home. He's not with the team. Let's take that energy away from the team so that we can concentrate on our game against Inter. And I think he will do that at the weekend again. You know, I don't think that he will concentrate too much on Mo until Mo comes to him, I think. You know, and on the other hand, it might be a good thing that Mo goes to Africa and everybody can have a breather for a couple of weeks and then come back together and maybe, you know, you miss each other.
Absolutely.
And you can hug and kiss.
Jimmy, as a manager, as a player, have you had this situation before or a similar one, you know, and where you've been a teammate?
You can't have been happy when you were dropped.
No. That's why I understand him. I understand him that he is fuming, he's angry, and he should be. I've gone to that. But I've gone to the manager. I have, and teammates must have heard me, you know, screaming and shouting in the manager's room. That's the way, in my eyes, to do it, you know? Not coming out and... I just don't understand what is he trying to achieve with it.
Well,
you know?
you say that, right? We heard Thierry Henry spoke on this exact same thing last night about, you know, he's been in that situation before, star player, he's not happy about being dropped, he's gone to the manager, he's, you know, smashed things up in the dressing room, but he said he's not done it publicly and he's kept it in-house in the dressing room. So you're saying, what is he trying to achieve from this? Does he want to move? Is that what it is?
I don't think that he wants to move. I think it's more like a power struggle. I don't think that he's manufacturing a move. There might be a move now on the horizon, but I don't think that when he went to do it, that he was thinking, okay, I need to do this because I want to leave now. I think that he has more done it because he thinks I'm the man, you know, and that is wrong because that is disrespectful to your fellow teammates. What is he trying to say? I should not be on the bench, it should be somebody else, basically.
We have seen an increase in this player power, haven't we, in the modern game? Would you say, Kaveh?
I don't know. I remember the days when Jimmy was a player. There was a lot of player power back in those days as well.
Not as much as now. Come on,
Jimmy
no.
He was not happy when he wasn't playing.
He wasn't. Nobody is.
No. I mean, and you're right. You're right. And he shouldn't be happy.
What happened to Alan Shearer when he was dropped by Ruud Gullit?
Yeah.
At Newcastle.
Yeah, he got sacked.
Ruud Gullit lost his job a few days later. We've seen this before. I've got sympathy for Mo Salah.
Me as well.
I just think he was upset. He wasn't playing. He didn't come off the bench at Leeds. They conceded a late equaliser. He saw a friendly face in the mix zone. It was from the local paper. It was somebody he knows, has a relationship with, and he decided to be honest. What's wrong with being honest?
I don't. He didn't see a friendly.
From a journalist point of view,
No.
surely we want players to be honest.
For a journalist,
otherwise we're all wasting our time.
For a journalist, a point of view, it was absolutely magnificent. It was
Kaveh's
magnificent.
loving it.
Yeah, and great, but he didn't see a friendly face. No. This was calculated. He never speaks to journalists.
He does sometimes stop in the mix zone.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
And what does he say? Hi, how are you? Yeah, I was great. Great 3 goals.
Or when it was about his future.
Yeah,
When it was about his contract.
When it's exactly. Yeah. And he played that really well.
When he was substituted by Klopp. He said, I can't speak, otherwise there would be fire.
Here you go. Yeah?
So he does.
But how often? How often? He doesn't speak. This was calculated. This was. I've got sympathy for him as well. I don't think. I think there could be a little bit more like giving him because of what he has done.
So that credit in the bank.
Yeah, a little bit. But then on the other hand, we're also talking about Klopp's future. We also think
the point I'm making,
Klopp has to win as well.
Do you want a world where players are not honest? They're just robots. And they just stop and just say something just for the sake of it.
No.
He's expressing the way he feels.
No.
He's a winner. He's one of the greatest players the world's ever seen, and he's upset.
If that is the case,
on the bench.
if that is the case, then he needs to do that every week, and he needs to say every week after he has lost or not played well, I'm so frustrated. I didn't play well because of this. But he doesn't. This was calculated.
I'm not sure. I think he was just being impetuous. He was being impulsive. In the heat of the moment, he was just upset that he didn't play. And he said a few things.
But he wasn't
shouldn't have said.
accosted, Kaveh.
Right,
He wasn't accosted by journalists. He went to the mix zone.
He walked through the mix zone and he saw somebody...
But they have a choice, don't they? And he didn't play that game, so he could have quite easily gone straight back.
Normally, if you don't play in a game, you never stop and talk to journalists. And most players never stop in the mix zone anyway. So I accept that was calculated. He obviously sat in the dressing room and he thought, I'm going to go out and talk.
Right.
You've been so long in this business.
Yeah, call him out,
so
Jimmy.
long in this business.
You've been so long in this business.
Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna reverse this. We want players to be honest and come out, but we also want journalists to come out and be honest.
He's got you there, Kaveh. He's absolutely got you there. Oh, absolutely love it. Okay.
This was calculated. Honestly, it was. He wanted everybody to know, I am not happy. Slot is not talking to me. He's pushed me out. He's not having conversations with me. He's not letting me stay up and not have to defend like last year. X, Y, Z, blah, 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 blah. That's what he wanted. And I don't think that he's manufacturing a move. Yeah? And I don't think that he expected that this would blow up as much as it has. But I definitely think that he wanted to show a power,
Stop.
you know, yeah.
Yeah.